Shut up and sit down.
Welcome to Chick Chat Comedy Podcast. My name is Patty Rossborough, and I'm here with my fabulous co-host, Carrie Carabas. No pause before I said your name.
Well, thank you, Patty. How are you?
Last week you forgot her name.
I almost did. And I'm here with someone who was here last week, but you weren't exactly a guest.
No, I
But
was lurking.
You did lurk, and you did throw in your 2 cents, which I enjoyed, and Carrie enjoyed. Debbie
Well, someone had to throw something in that fucking...
Debbie Perlman is here today.
Yes,
I'm
one
here.
of my best friends.
I'm very excited. We're
Yeah,
just
you two, what? How long you known each other?
way back. What did we know each other? 20 years.
Oh,
Almost,
yeah.
20 years.
Really?
Yes.
And you were a comic,
Yes, I was a comic for like 18 years.
and then left.
I left.
I understand why people leave.
She wanted to make money.
Yeah,
well,
I know.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to figure out how to live on the money and the life we live.
You
Like,
need to be married to someone who has a regular job. That's
right.
the problem.
And I wasn't I couldn't get
Yes,
married
Patty.
because I was doing
Married
comedy.
to somebody.
I'd like to be married to somebody now to pay my 2 mortgages.
Yes, so you have two. You have a house. I'm going to get to your week in 1 second.
Yeah.
You have a house and another house.
I have an apartment in the city and a house.
and a house,
Yeah.
but you're not
and
working
then
right
and
now.
then I got laid off.
Not on a comic salary, yes.
Oh
And
my
then she got
god!
laid off, which
Are
is-
you,
And then I got laid off. So yeah, so
are you panicking?
No, I refuse to panic. I was in an autistic rot for about 3 days, and I'm out now.
Oh,
and
you
now
are?
I'm back here, yeah, with you guys. But I'll
And
be okay.
It is
I'll
scary.
be okay.
Are you kidding? I
I'll
would
be
be
buy
okay.
a house in the fucking
I'll be okay.
Hamptons.
Look, I can always sell. I could sell. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be homeless. Like, Carrie's not going to have to help me
Oh yeah,
I have
find
the
a
homeless.
house.
Carrie is a
Yeah.
homeless helper.
My husband said to me on this last one, if you bring her into this house, I'm moving out.
I understand that feeling. Why do you want a homeless person in your
It's
house?
not that I want a
Oh,
homeless
Carrie,
person,
you can't
but
let her live in your house.
listen to me.
You have to draw the line.
How
there.
do you allow someone in the freezing cold to be in the freezing cold? How could you not have compassion?
But
I'm
Carrie,
trying
if you're
teach
going to take
that-
every homeless person
not
into your
every,
house,
not every, but when my daughter goes to me, Mom, this is your new obsession. This is my kid. I'm
Your
like,
daughter's so funny.
I go, where are you not learning anything from me? Any compassion? Nothing that you should care? What if that were you? I go to her.
But Carrie,
wouldn't you want someone to care about you?
But-
and she's
okay,
like,
but-
no.
but she's Carrie the early years before. Carrie's daughter, honestly, is like somebody threw Carrie in the dryer. Like she's mini
the
Carrie.
shrunken version of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she looks just like her. She's got the same attitude.
Same
does.
gum. She chews gum the same
and
way.
she puts her hand on her hip like she is the queen shit.
I
Like,
know, and she
has
said
that stance. Yeah.
They have karate today. She calls me up. She goes, Mom, I don't want to go. So I go, no, you have to go. She goes, no, my stomach hurts. I don't feel good. I have a headache. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I go, well, talk to your father. Call me back. And I hear him in the background. It's bullshit. I don't believe her. She's going.
Did he kick her in the stomach just to make sure? Life in the Carava's home.
No, he's just, he's at all, he's completely not compassionate for anything.
But you know what? I mean, I'm compassionate, but do I want a homeless person in my house? No. I don't even like rolling my window down for the homeless because I'm afraid they're going to come in because they, you go in, they take the wallet. You know what I mean?
What
Like,
wallet?
when you take the wallet out, they can grab the wallet.
All
There's-
right.
Yeah, there's a. I
There's
get
things
afraid.
they
I
do,
feel the same way. I
Patty.
get
There are
nervous.
things they do.
They're going to grab it and try to get it out the window? That
They're
little-
weak. They haven't eaten.
You know what?
You'll win.
I got a guy on the way down. In all the goddamn traffic. I'm coming into the city, and there's a guy, like where the light is, and they stop and they try and get money from you, and he's like, knocking on the window and whatever. And I look at him. I'm looking him up, and I looked at him before he got to my car. He's like, all like skinny, looks, drug addict, whatever. He's got brand new Timberland boots on.
Yeah, they usually.
I'm not
That's- it's
helping those
frustrating.
guys.
What is
What
with
are you assessing
Hold
them? You're like
on
looking.
a second.
Why
you
will you
decide?
help the lady homeless and not the drug addict homeless?
Let's whose bag is that I'm
It's
kicking
okay. It's
around?
mine. Don't worry about it.
Here's the thing. You want to put it up here?
Yeah, I just don't want to put it on the floor because it's bad
No,
luck.
put
It means
here.
no money, and I can't
Yeah,
afford
okay,
that
well,
right now.
mine's always on the floor. Is that why I'm broke?
Yes.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to help
Yes.
the drug addict 40-year-old guy.
Yes.
Sorry.
He wasn't
That-
40, 20, a 20-year-old
okay,
drug
I'm
addict.
not helping that.
What are
I'm
you
not.
interviewing the homeless before you decide if you want to help? Tell me a little about yourself. What have you done the last 4 years?
Yeah, no, I don't help. I don't help guys. I don't help guys that are, trying to, I'll give them a drink or water, whatever, food. But I am not helping them like that because you know what? You're an able body. You're younger than me. You
I
can
agree.
fucking work. I don't give a
agree.
shit. Don't tell me you can't find a job. You can find a job in the United States of America.
So instead, you're helping the woman who keeps getting thrown out.
Well,
of all the-
she's I think she might have
Mentally ill.
Asperger's.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
mentally
She's
ill.
mentally ill, and
Right.
and you know what? Obviously, the state has turned their back on her.
Carrie, let me ask you: is there a way that you could help her get more like state help? Like maybe you could help her with through the government versus you getting involved and co-signing an apartment.
You co-signed the apartment?
I didn't.
You co-signed the apartment? Are you insane? Oh my God,
Patty!
Harry!
I didn't co-sign the apartment.
Oh, you're lying. You know you're lying.
I didn't, but she's getting evicted anyway. We got.
She's getting evicted after you moved her in?
I just moved all her bags, boxes, and this and that. So
Why?
now I'm because she's annoying.
And all that for a parking spot. Carrie's like,
Wait, she's knocking on the neighbor's door, and she's like, She goes, do you want to sell your house? Because if you were to sell it, because I go, Irene, you're not getting a house. You're not buying a house.
She's got no money. She's
right,
homeless.
right, you need a job.
Okay,
She's
she's insane. You
Right.
can't let insane people
Right.
into your bubble of life. You
I let my husband in.
it's true. There are exceptions.
but like you help her. You get
I will. I'm going to help her find another
Yes.
place.
But remember when you let someone in your basement and you got bed bugs all over your
I
walls?
did.
See,
Oh,
that's like
God.
Carrie. They're
You know what?
dirty.
Wait,
she let
you know
a
what,
dirty
Harry?
man in her
No,
basement.
it wasn't a man. He was a young kid. He worked for me in the kitchen. He was getting thrown out of his house. He had nowhere to live. I said, look, my parents had just moved to the city. I had a huge, big 2-bedroom
Yeah.
Right.
in my basement. Clean. Perfect. I had
Not anymore.
Clean. I had beautiful, brand
Yeah.
new couches.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my son goes, there's a bug on my bed. And I go,
Ew.
meanwhile, wait. Meanwhile, nobody in that fucking house got bit but me. And I would welt up. If you ever get bit by a bed bug, I
saw them. My ex-husband. I saw
What?
all over his back, like
Really?
big giant
Welts.
zits. Like
Oh, my
it looks
God.
like they-
They're not zits, welts.
It's
Mine
like-
would get welts.
Yeah,
It would-
I know what you're saying, but
So,
giant.
I go to the doctor. I go, what is this? He goes, it was probably either spider bite or, because he's not thinking bed bugs.
Yeah.
Some sort of an
He
insect.
thinks you guys bathe.
Yeah, because he had no idea that you had like a refugee living in your basement.
So then my
my
son
God,
goes,
Carrie.
I have a bug on my bed. And I go, let me see it. I grab the bug, I put it in a Ziploc, and I go online and I Google,
Oh, gross.
what does a bed bug look like? And it was the exact.
And it was just
I go,
exactly.
"Sam, we have a bug!" Now we had just gotten back from Great Wolf Lodge, so I'm thinking we must have grabbed bed bugs from. You know what? Anybody can get them. You go to a hotel if there's a bed
Yes,
bug
that's
in
true.
there
Okay.
and it gets into
Movie
you.
theaters.
You
a
can
lot
get
of
it, but
places.
your house isn't infested by them, or you have to take the drywall out of your house, right? Isn't
No,
that
no,
what you had to do?
they don't. Oh, it was
They
that
don't-
bad?
no,
Because they
they-
come and they freeze them.
No,
I thought.
they
Carrie,
heat
it
them
was
up.
bad.
No, they didn't. Here's what happened.
You had to get rid of the mattress.
I get Roscoe the dog. The bed
dog,
bug.
yeah.
He comes over and he's running around the house and he's scratching the outlets. And the guy goes to me. The guy goes to me. Do you have a basement? And I go, yeah, why? I go, are they in the outlet? He goes, they travel through the outlets. He goes, but he knows that those bed bugs are downstairs. I go, one of my workers lives down here. He only brought his bed in.
You let him bring his
Ew.
bed in. Oh,
That was the mistake.
okay. Carrie, it
How
sounds like you're a
dirty?
thousand
How
percent.
dirty is someone that they have bed bugs and don't know they have bed bugs? How do
Like,
you
wasn't
not
he bitten
know?
before he
had
got
to
there?
have welts all over him.
So the guy goes, can we go in his room? I go, yeah. And all of a sudden he walks in. He goes, oh, yeah, you got them. You got a lot of them. And I go, bugs eat or whatever they do, and they shit and they piss, and it's like little strips of like stains on your walls.
It's shit dripping.
That is the most heinous thing
And
I've
it gets
ever heard.
better. He goes, can I look at his mattress? I go, be my fucking guest. Because now I'm going to fucking snap this kid's neck. They grab the mattress, they lift it up, him and my husband, and he goes, I'm going to show you something. Be ready. And he peels the
Yeah.
the brown,
Yeah.
the felt that
Yeah.
comes from the
Yeah,
bottom
yeah.
of the box.
Yeah.
The fucking thing. It was like,
Carrie.
it was a horror movie. I went, ah!
But Carrie, you realize like when they take a mattress out of your apartment, like when you get a new mattress, they wrap the whole thing up legally. They can't even take it out of your apartment. It's wrapped up, secure. They put it on the curb. They like babysit it, make sure it's okay. Nobody moves mattresses around. Like you can't like.
Carrie.
Just FYI for the future.
So you have to stop bringing people
here's
in
Stop
your
what
bringing
house.
happened.
people in.
So the guy goes, okay, well, here's what we can do. We could spray the whole house, and that'll kill them, or we could heat up the house. I go, I don't want sprays around my kids.
Yeah.
Let's fire this sucker up. So all of a sudden, it was $3,000 to heat up your house. 3,000 or 4,000. I don't remember. I think it was like 3,000 or 4,000. They come. It's like a hazmat team. It was almost like it looked like the house was being like the giant fucking tanks on my front lawn
How
with these
embarrassing.
big hoses.
The neighbors are like, what kind of filthy people live over there?
Exactly.
Oh, gross.
It's
Carrie.
like
Oh,
bad
no
enough
way.
last Christmas they roasted a goat out in the driveway. Now they've got fucking
It was-
hazmat suits coming in.
He goes, we'll be here Monday. So I go to Sam. That's it. Let's rip out all the sheetrock. I hire these 2 Spanish guys. They come in. They ripped all the sheetrock out from the ceiling.
Oh my god.
To
How
the
much?
walls.
How much?
That was
Insulation too? Pull the insulation out too?
that was 1,000. No, it was in the basement, so there was no insulation.
No
Was-
insulation in the basement?
So-
That's weird.
Was the worker still living there, or did you get rid of him before all this?
I said he
happened?
had to get out. I go, you have to get out. Figure out where you're gonna go. I go until I burn the house down. And now I had to throw out those brand new couches I bought.
Oh, Carrie, this cost you like $10,000 to be nice to
Yeah.
someone.
So wait.
Yeah.
You
so
have
wait,
to stop
so
being
wait.
nice.
So now they come in to get ready to fire up the house, and they go, "What happened? Where what happened?"
Yeah.
I go, "I ripped it." I go, "You told me I had to get everything out." He goes, "I've been doing this 30 years." He goes, "You've gone to the extreme." He goes, "You didn't have to rip your walls down." I go, "Yes, I did."
Yeah, because you
How
would
you
think
gonna
that they
get
were
them
there.
if they're in
Right.
there?
You
He
would think
goes-
that they were there forever.
He goes, "You're gonna get them." He goes, "When you heat up the house."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm gonna heat this house up." He goes, "For 6 hours straight."
Yeah,
He goes, "They're gonna die."
yeah.
So he goes, whenever you go on vacation, you take all your clothes, you throw them right in the dryer, and you put it on high, and then you take your clothes out. Anything that might have been there is dead.
Also, when you go on vacation, don't put your suitcase on the bed on anything soft. You put it on a table. Never put it on the bed. Never. If you take all your clothes off and you're laying them out,
Right.
you don't put them on the bed. You hang them on the thing because they all live in the bed and on those chairs with the semen
Yeah.
stains. Never sit on those chairs. Never put your clothes
These
on.
are girls.
Also,
These are girls who've been on the road.
These are road tips.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
never sit on
Yeah.
dried semen.
You can
Yeah.
put Vaseline on the bottoms, on the bottom of your bed, like on the legs,
And
right?
What does
Why?
that
So they
do?
slip, so the bugs.
They
slip?
get stuck in the Vaseline.
Oh god! Oh my,
Oh my God, I never heard
Anyway,
that.
so now the guy starts this thing up. The house blows up. It's like so fucking hot. It's like
You stayed. You were in there when
you
this
can't
was happening.
You can't
Oh.
stay. You
Yeah, I would
can't stay.
imagine
You
not.
can't. He goes, your house is going to be hot. He goes, for the next 4 hours.
After
Yeah.
they're done.
After
yeah.
they're done, for the next
Do
4
they
hours.
cook? Is it they like incinerate in the
They
heat?
they burn to death. Like
Oh.
they can't handle heat.
Oh.
So
that's
what
good
they
to
did
know.
was
Good-
they
that's good to know,
came,
too.
they put his mattress in this big plastic bag,
Yeah.
and they zipped it closed, and they put it on the curb. So all the bugs now in this thing, it got heated up.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
mattress
understand.
got heated up too.
Yeah,
After they all died, then he zipped it in the.
just in case there was a survivor.
See, that's why your husband said to you, "No homeless people in my
Yeah,
house." You're
yeah.
insane.
But
Stop
she-
helping that, because you know what? Crazy people need to go to crazy houses.
Yeah.
Like put them in a crazy
true.
place with other crazy people, and then there are people who take care of the crazy people in the crazy house.
Well,
Then-
that's what I'm going to do. When
Yeah,
I become
that's
rich
what
and
you-
famous, I'm going to buy a house with a lot of rooms.
Yes.
And I'm going to find people that need places
Oh,
to
well,
live.
that's
and I'm going
nice.
to put them
That's a
in there.
good way to do it.
But
Not
it's going to be insane in that house. Carrie's going to be running it. I can only imagine. Think about what's going on. She'd be like, "Who wants dinner?"
you don't like it, you're eating it anyway.
She was telling me before
Do
you
I
came in,
sound
Patty.
like that?
No, not at all.
Everybody does an impression of me like this. So, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God, I sound but it's everybody.
Well, it's you to the extreme.
I
It's the
guess.
extreme version of you.
What Carrie was telling me before you came in, she goes, "Listen, I do these things because then I pay it forward, and then good things happen. Like I turn the corner and I said, God, please, I hope I find a parking spot, and there was a parking
The
spot.
guy
So-
pulled right out.
But here's my
Really?
point: she had bed bugs. She's now have another homeless person in their second residence for a fucking parking spot. I think that you need to set the bar higher. You need to say, God, I hope I win the lottery, or God, I hope. I get my deal. Not I hope I get a parking spot because you got a lot of chips to
It's
play.
for at the moment.
I know.
I actually got a parking spot today, right away. I must be, I don't know, I must have done something fabulous, which I can't remember. You know what I want to ask you? Can I ask Debbie Perlman this question?
Yes, please.
I did not know you were single. So you're single, you have these houses. What is dating like? You know,
Well,
wait, before we go to dating, yes.
Let's just say she worked from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 12 a.m.
Oh, were those
So-
your hours?
Yeah, I work a lot of hours.
So how is she meeting anybody?
Well, what about at work? You meet nice guys. Oh, it's
I work in
fashion.
fashion.
Gay men.
Okay.
Gay men.
Well, you met your husband like that.
That's true. You don't. There are no straight men in fashion. Not any.
There are, but they're
Oh,
you're
Rick Baker.
married.
What was his name?
Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, she's bringing up names. Tommy Hilfiger is supposedly straight, but
These
he
people
seems
are
completely
married
gay
people.
to me.
They're all married people. I mean, these are
Well,
married people.
yeah,
I mean, I
Calvin
don't think
Klein
I'm-
was married too. I
That's
mean,
true.
give me a break.
I know, but I don't think I'm dating Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay. But no guys
No,
are.
no,
So where do
I-
you meet them? Like, where do you meet? You
Where
go
do I meet them?
online? Do you? I don't know about your
you know
love
what? I've been
life.
single a really, really long time. But I mean, the whole time we did stand up, I mean, there's not a lot of guys that date. It's kind of hard to date people. I think.
What
when you
in
do
stand-up
stand-up.
comedy?
Yeah, like I really didn't date comics.
Well, you can't date a comic.
You can't date a comic, and then it's not like with men when they get on stage and they get off stage and there's a
All
million
the women
women
are
that want to
hanging
meet
out,
them.
yeah.
It's the opposite. Men are like we're repellent.
Yeah, they hate that. They don't want a ball
Loud,
buster.
yeah.
Nobody wants a ball buster woman. But now, if you want to date, do you date?
Yeah, but I mean, I've done like apps and all that.
Oh,
kind
you
of
do the
stuff.
apps? What
yeah, but
apps?
it's a freak show.
Because all men are freaks.
But
Look,
they're
it's
not
all
all freaks. I think
right.
this was the theme last week.
Okay, but
But
they're
there's a
not
lot of freaks.
They're
There are a
not
lot
all
of freaks.
freaks, but let's say 85% of them are.
I've had some pretty bad like dating
Dates?
online.
What's your worst date?
story. I had some guy call me, and he said, "Wait, I have to remember this." He said,
You're really
do
pretty.
you like
First
dogs
of all,
or cats?"
people, if this is going to be on YouTube, right? I'm so stupid. Or iTunes. Debbie's very pretty,
Oh, thank
blonde,
you.
very cute. Guys would like her.
A little
Great
old.
body.
Great body. She works out skinny. You know.
It's stress. I work out with stress.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my exercise. So I was talking to this guy on the phone. He said, "Do you like dogs or cats?" And I said, "I'm a dog person. I'm really not a big cat person." He goes, "Oh, you'd like my cat?" And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "Hold on a minute." And I hear, I go,
Is
"Is
it-
it serious?" And he goes, "So when do you want to get together?" I go, "We are never getting together." And he said,
minute, you
"I
gotta-
can't believe that you won't go out with me because I have a cat." I said, "No, I won't go out because you put your cat on the fucking phone. Like, what did you do to the cat to make him make that noise?"
Probably was fucking.
He was probably fucking the cat.
He was fucking his cat. He's like, listen to my cat.
Totally.
That is so weird. I had a really weird date once when I was on the radio. I used to do morning radio, and you don't know this at the time, but you should never date anyone if you're on morning radio who calls in like a listener because they sound really normal on the
Yeah.
thing, and
Ah,
he seems
you
normal.
dated a guy that
A
called
listener,
in?
yes.
Oh, my
Because he
God.
seems so normal. He goes,
Patty.
"I would love to take you out. I would treat you so good." And I was a single mother. I'd treat you so good. And he goes to me, "So listen, I'm going to meet you." I go, "Well, I don't really want to go on a date. I don't know you. Let's meet at one of the. They have these live things with the WPDH, and you're supposed to meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes to one of the meet and greets, and I see this guy comes up to me, emaciated. His eyes are like going 100 miles an hour, like he's on crack cocaine, and he's leaning over weird, and he's like going, "Hey, how you doing? It's me, I'm Rob." I'm like, oh, Rob, hi. Oh, and he goes, "Yeah, listen, we're gonna meet after. We were supposed to go for coffee." And I just like made up the biggest lie. He was so weird. He calls me back. He's like, "I don't understand. I don't understand." It's like, maybe because your fucking eyes are moving 100 miles an hour and you look like a coke addict. And then he goes to me, "Listen."
Maybe he needed to take something to get the nerve up to meet you.
That's right.
He
I'm sure in another time he'd be quite normal.
he told me, and then he calls me and he goes, "I just want you to know that I think that I could write some really funny bits for you on air." That's the worst turn off anyone can say. And then he said to me, "But sometimes I get nervous." He goes, "But the way I calm down, I swear to God," he said, "this is by slamming my head against the wall." I go, "What do you mean you're slamming your head against the wall?" And he goes, "Well, that's just like a coping mechanism I have." And I go, "Okay,
Nice.
yeah, bye.
Holy
Bye." But
mother-
that was a bad almost date.
Oh God, yeah, I've had some really horrible ones. I mean, I had some guy tell me you know, the way I live my life.
Talk louder in
He
here.
goes,
Can they hear you?
he goes, the way I live my life is I have everything that I want in my life on the left side of a page, and then when I accomplish it, I move it to the right side of the page. And I'm like, okay. He goes, and then when I fill up the page, this is somebody set me up with this guy. When I fill up the page, I put the page in a notebook and I start a new page. And I go, okay. He goes, and I always keep the list and the page on me. And then he pulled it out of his pocket. And I go, oh, can I see it? He goes, it's in code.
Oh, my
Fuck
God.
no.
Yeah.
Why would you want to see the page?
I go, where's? Because I was just curious.
To see if you were on the page.
Yeah, but so Debbie Perlman on the left.
I want to make it to the right side of the page.
The page.
That's
Yeah.
what a guy had gotten. What are those phones where you had the Palm Pilots or whatever? I don't even.
Yes,
think they
it was
have
a Palm Pilot.
And it would come with a little skinny pencil, and you would, so anyway, it was the first time I saw anything like that. And I was going out with this guy who I thought was very handsome. He was almost too handsome for me, so I didn't know what the deal was, and he was younger than me. But I seemed a little gay to me, and he was with
Shocker.
he was with two gay guys.
Clearly
when he
you have
met
a
me.
type.
Yeah, I know. So we go on the date, and he's like showing me the Palm Pilot. He goes, "You ever seen one of these before?" And he goes, "Blah blah blah." He goes, "Look, I can keep phone numbers." Like, you don't understand. Like, young people, like, you put phone, numbers in a phone. You can look at movies, but like back then, you had a phone with a cord in the wall. Like, he's going, "This is what I do," and he goes, "And look, I can put them in categories. Like, I can put, phone calls here and this here." And I go, "Oh, let me see." And I'm pushing things in. And I go, "What's this? Temporary." And I hit the thing, and my name comes up
Oh,
under
my
temporary.
God, is
and he
that
goes,
hilarious.
I go, "My name's under temporary." And he goes, "No, I don't know why I did that. Oh, no, give me that. Give me that." That's
horrible.
That was like so, like, because you know the date's over.
I'm
Right,
a
exactly.
temporary.
Yeah.
Remember when
That's
Carrie, remember when I
hilarious.
dated that cop?
You dated a cop?
Okay,
Cops are crazy, though.
I met a cop. Another. It was like a online thing, and we told everybody we met running. It was like because
Wait, why wouldn't you tell online?
because we were both like, let's just say we met somehow else. And then Carrie, he was like very Long Island, and I took him. There was just
Well,
no.
what was his first name? Frank?
Yeah,
He's Italian.
yeah. It's like big, and then of course he used the N word a couple of times. I'm like, I don't see the future here. So, and I actually took him home to meet my family. For Thanksgiving,
not your type.
but he was not my type at all. But when I broke up with him, my mother goes, "I'm really worried."
I would be worried,
She goes,
too.
"He
has
has a gun, right?"
That's how I would think.
So I called him. He was calling me and stuff. So we were so kind of friendly. And I said, "My mother's really worried." He goes, "Honey, let me tell you something." He goes, "I was too lazy to drive into the city to get laid. You think I'm going to drive in to fuck you or to kill you?"
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
Kill you?
yeah,
He
so
goes,
he
"I was
bought-
too lazy to get laid. You think I'm going to drive in to kill you?" That's what he said.
Oh, my God. I was also reassured.
Well, I
by-
have a gun. You guys should. A
have
lot
a
of
gun?
people should be worried. Yes,
My-
a few of them.
a few of them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, you don't carry it on you. You're not walking
As
around
a
with
matter of
it. No, you
fact,
don't. Do you? I would be scared. I don't like
a
having.
lot of people have guns now.
When I dated a crazy guy, the guy who I think he did meth and stuff, and he had been in jail. Anyway, that guy said to me when I put all the wood in the windows so that he couldn't break in, because I was afraid of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy had a bad past and a bad record and he was acting crazy. He was stalking me. So he called, and usually he wouldn't say anything. I go, "I know it's you," and he goes, "Yeah, okay, it's me." And I go, "Look, I'm getting really scared because I think you're going to come kill me, and my kids are scared."
Oh, that's good. He
I
didn't
go,
have that. You put that in his head.
I know. Well, I want to know, like, what's going on, and you have to stop it. You stop it crazy. He goes, "You don't have to be worried about me." I go, "I'm putting fucking wood in my windows. I'm telling you right now." He goes, "Let me tell you how strong I am." He goes to me, "If I wanted to kill you, wood in the windows couldn't stop me."
Oh,
he
that's
goes,
comforting.
He goes, "So relax."
Oh my God!
He's right.
You're like, relax.
But like I knew that really
What's
he
the
couldn't
wood
do-
in the window going to do? I break the
You-
window, I
you-
jump in.
Well,
Listen.
you put like a wedge of wood in,
Yeah.
and then they can't lift the
Yeah,
window.
but they could break the
That's
window
exactly,
and
he could-
walk
that's
the
what
fuck
he-
in.
that
What-
is exactly
Somebody
what-
wants to kill you. They're going
That's
to kill
what he
you,
said. He
Patty.
said, "I'm going to kill you if I want to kill you."
In fact, right now, I'm pretty sure Frank is I don't think he's still my Facebook friend, but he's going to hear this and he's going to come and kill me. I'm pretty sure about it.
You know what?
Somehow
it's
it's
funny.
going to get back.
It's funny at our age. No one really wants to go to jail for an old skank, but
It's true.
but they will go to jail for like a 25-year-old hot bitch.
You're
That's
right.
true. They do.
They're not. No one's fighting over me.
You know
right
what, though?
now.
How many years are they going to go to jail? How many good years do I really have left? I mean, I'm sure they weigh that out with the jury. What'd she have? How many years she have left? Okay,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she lost a whole lot.
Right.
You know, she doesn't have to pay
Right.
the 2 mortgages. I did her a
Right.
fucking favor.
It is true. They do tend to stab the
The young hot chick.
Well, then again, they do stab the old wives because I'm addicted to true crimes TV. When they want the younger chick, they kill the older wife to get her out of
that
the way.
never made sense to me. It's
Why?
like
Because you want the kids. You want the kids. You want the money. You don't want to split your
they don't
money.
really want the kids. The guys don't want the kids.
Some guys
But
want their kids.
Don't you think they do something a little more like creative than an actual stabbing? Like, just so they don't get caught? It's so hard to hide a stabbing.
Blood.
Choking is the way to go.
Choke-
I hate saying this, but there's
No,
there's
that's
no,
not the way to
think-
go.
What would you do,
How
Carrie?
how would you kill?
I think Carrie's thought this through, so I'd like to hear her point of view on it. This is actually the first time it's gone through my
You
brain.
make them take pills.
Oh, so you slowly kill them.
Yeah, but can I just tell you about the pills? When you do an autopsy, whatever you've given them is in the hair, even if it doesn't stay in the body. it's
Right,
in
but
the
you
hair.
don't say you gave it to him. You say he took them himself.
That's
What if you,
some-
what
that's
if you do
somebody
something
said.
under
I
their
saw-
nail? Didn't the CIA used to do like some sort of thing under the nails? They'd
I'm
they'd
giving my
shoot
husband
the-
ideas.
I know you really are. I don't know what goes under the nail.
No, I would
No,
never.
they give them poison like with an injection
I
but
would-
under the fingernail so it isn't visible.
Listen,
then it
I
doesn't
would
show
never
up?
kill
Yeah.
my. I would never kill my husband because I don't
That's
feel
good,
that's
Karen.
torture enough.
Smash cut to the 3 of us on
Yes,
trial and
okay.
they're playing back this tape.
Yeah. Now I would let him live, but I would torture him.
Carrie.
Like, as I
what if he did
siphoned
something
his-
wrong? You mean like if he cheated on
Right.
you?
He would be moved out. Right. And
If he
I'd
cheated on
and I'd
you.
have the house, and then he would have to pay my alimony and whatever else because I don't make any money. Right.
Yeah. Right.
And then he would have to pay for the child support, and then I would just be a constant bitch.
so many
So he'd
women
kill
do
himself.
this. But that is why they kill the wives because the wives are such bitches.
No, he wouldn't have the balls. Or maybe he would.
I think I'd be an excellent wife.
You do?
I would be
Do
a
you
good
want to
wife.
be married, Debbie?
You know what? At this
Perlman?
point, I don't care. Quite honestly.
Why?
Because,
Why at this point? Why?
Because I think I'm not going to have children. So I'd love to be in a great relationship and have that, but I don't really care about the marriage. I don't care about the piece of paper. Doesn't bother me.
Well, that's because you have cash. You have money, so you don't give a shit.
I won't in a little while. I did the calculation this morning. I've got a few months.
You'll get something before that's up.
I got a few months.
Any-
Unless someone, I'm like trying to rent my apartment. Like I got to figure something.
But
out.
there's a lot of guys out there that want to meet a chick like you, but they don't know where to meet them either.
You must be on the wrong sites. What site are you on?
But you know what? All my friends are me. Like they're women that have worked professionally for a lot of years, that have their own property and have
Yeah.
their own homes and have their own lives. You've met a lot of my girlfriends are attractive. It's just, men kind of really don't want them. Men my age,
Yeah.
because
Want
I'm in my
girls-
50s,
Yeah.
they want girls in their late
Yes.
30s.
Yes.
A lot of them
Early
were
30s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. And the latest they'll go is late 30 because they want
Yeah,
they
50-year-old
maybe
guys
still
don't
want to
want-
have kids.
Yeah.
Or they,
Well,
you know?
I did this weekend because we didn't get to my week, but this
Oh, yeah,
weekend
how's your week?
I did I played a prostitute at a mock wedding for
That's
100.
my dream.
It was like 150 people, and they were all over the age of 70.
that is so funny.
And I had an 80-year-old man ask me for my number. And I was like, I'm not really a prostitute.
You know what's frightening? That used to be cute, but because of Viagra, it's scary now because they can actually do something with that, the 80-year-old man. You're like, is that a catheter in your pants? Or are you happy to see me? Like, that is gross now.
yeah.
I was going to say to him, what, you want my bank account number to deposit some of the money you have in it?
See, I would totally do that. I would definitely get with
Date
a
an
rich
old guy?
man. Yeah, because I'm exhausted. I've worked really hard for a long time.
You know what?
I'm
It's
tired
always
now.
amazing.
Yeah, but then you have to suck an old dick, and I'm
But
not
for how
doing
long?
it.
For how long?
I'm not doing it.
And then you come up and you go, boo.
Look at the girl who was with what's his name from Playboy?
Hugh Hefner?
Hugh Hefner. His girlfriend, 26 years old. He was 80.
Sure.
She knows he's gonna, and he looked like shit, like fucking Skeletor. And she knows how many years? 5? Does he have 5? She marries him. He does a prenup. He gives her a house. He gave her the house ahead of time. All this stuff. She's only dating
What do you mean
him.
prenup?
Prenup. He gave
I
her,
get what the prenup is, but I'd be like, what?
No, she well
To
you know,
protect herself,
it's
'cause
to
everybody
protect
would fight
herself
that, yeah.
because he's got 2 ex-wives, he's got a daughter, a son.
Yeah, but
You
then
don't-
she gets nothing.
No.
No.
Prenup can be getting something. It's
Oh,
prenup
he
isn't
has
always
to write
nothing.
down. He has to
The
write down what he's giving
The
her.
prenup is the agreement of what you're going to get after
She
it's over.
She literally had after 5 years, after 1 year you get this much, after 3 years you get this much,
Yeah.
after 5 years, and now her kids can't touch that because that's in the prenup. And he bought her a special house that's not the house that he was, that he was selling.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "This is yours after I die." So all this conversation happened. It's just basically a business deal. You're on my arm. You look hot. You dye your hair this color. He tells them what color to dye their hair. You are not allowed to leave the house after 9 o'clock.
Doesn't
at
he
night.
have
Is that so
kids?
bad?
He has kids from other marriages.
Meanwhile, I'm picturing like it's 2 days to 5 years, and he goes, and she's walking him around like it's weekend at Bernie's. She's like, "Come on, 2
You know,
more days, motherfucker."
I met him.
You met him?
I
We
met
did
him.
at the Friars Roast.
You
Yes.
both met him at the Friars
Well,
Roast?
Carrie was supposed to be my date it was the year of 9/11.
Oh,
and I
dear.
had the Friars Roast was 2 weeks later. My sister used to always fly in for it, but she was scared to fly in.
Oh, yeah.
So I had nobody was coming, and Freddie Roman gave me these like amazing tickets. Like
Was
right
Freddie
up near-
Roman like trying to bang you?
No, Freddie Roman was so good to
Oh,
me.
he was? He was
Oh my
nice?
God, he was so nice to me.
Oh, okay. He's a sweet guy.
He's
yeah.
such a sweet guy, and he pulled me into the Friars Club.
Oh, he did?
Years ago, yeah, and he
Okay.
was always so kind to me. And Carrie was like, "All right, I'll come with you." And then she had a gig, so I said, "Meet me at the after party."
Yeah.
And so she gets there, and only Carrie could talk herself into this after party. She's told everyone she was Jeff Ross's girlfriend. She needed to get in.
Carrie has
She
more
had to get in.
balls.
Yeah. So I'm running around. I can't remember what I was doing. And then Carrie the next day is showing me pictures from
me
the
and-
party.
me and
She's
Kim.
on everyone's lap. She's like on Hugh Hefner's lap. She's
And then I go to him, how come you don't like brunettes? Why,
Oh, you were
Yeah.
a brunette then.
Yeah, I was a really dark brunette, too.
Yeah, yeah,
It was like
dark hair.
black hair almost. I go to him, Hugh, how come you don't like brunettes? What's the matter with you?
What'd he say?
Have you ever been with a brunette? And he was like, he didn't really say much.
He
I
didn't even
don't
know where he
think
was.
heard me.
He was like, still,
How
he
many
was
years?
old.
So this was 2001 then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
That was the night I met, what's his name from Kiss?
You met everybody.
Gene
Simmons.
Simmons.
Gene Simmons is the fucking grossest human being. How do women? He fucked Cher. Like I don't understand.
He
Shannon
is so
Tweed.
gross.
He's repulsive.
But here's the best story.
Go ahead.
I meet Gene Simmons
Yeah.
30 years ago at Shooting Stars in
What
Yonkers.
was he doing at Shooting Stars?
I don't remember. They
Oh,
were
I
the-
remember. It was the night. Was this when you went to that Sopranos party?
No, this was
was
30,
before
30
that.
years
Oh,
Shooting
long time
Stars
ago.
was
Okay.
way
I
before.
took
All
a
right.
picture of him like this. And then I see him there, and I go, Gene Simmons? And he goes, yeah. He was so old. And I go, can we take a picture? And he goes, yeah. So I took the same exact picture like this. I put them next to each other. First of all, I looked gorgeous
You always
Yeah, you
do,
always
Carrie.
in both pictures.
Yes.
And then it was him, and then it was some
Like the crypt keeper.
decrepit
Yeah.
crypt keeper.
He is, but he.
But not, I don't always look gorgeous.
He
I was
thinks
only
he's
in my
hot.
30s at
No,
the time.
you look gorgeous now. He thinks he's hot. He was just in the news saying something like, "Oh, women this and women always like a rich man and like
Yeah.
me, like he's a catch. Like
Yeah.
he is that hair. It looks like a wig, but if you were going to pay for a wig, you wouldn't put that fucking Brillo pad
It'd
shit
be a
on you.
nicer wig.
Yeah, it would be. I don't understand. Doesn't his wife say to him, "Honey, come on with the hair"?
Or all the women that he's forcing to blow him. One of them should say, "This is not working for me with
Yeah,
the hair."
this is repulsive.
Ugh,
He's
God.
gross.
Carrie, though, I'm telling you, we were at the same party the same night. She got there after I did. I said hi to her for 2 seconds. I don't know what I was doing, something stupid.
Wait, she
probably.
went with you to this party? She was your
went-
date.
She met me there. I got
After
there
the
first.
roast, I left.
After she had to go. No, you left the roast in the middle because you had a gig. And then I said, "Meet me at the after party." "I don't have tickets. Someone's going to get me in." And you went, "Don't worry, I'll get in." I was
Right.
like, I would never say that.
I wouldn't even attempt to try to.
I'll get in, don't
I'll
worry.
get in. Because this sums up Carrie. Carrie, Lynn Koplitz, and I were going to a gig together in New Jersey.
Yeah.
We get to the tunnel, and it is completely backed up. And she skips the line, goes to the front, rolls down the window to this cop. She goes, "Look at you, you're gorgeous. Look at you, you're so handsome. Oh my God, I can't even believe how fucking handsome you are. Could we just get in here? Can we just get in?" So he literally moves cones and lets us in. And Lynn
shitting me?
Koplitz looks at Carrie. She goes, "You were never ugly, were you?" And that sums it up.
Yeah,
You're
that's
never
why.
ugly.
Because she's not insecure. She is so fucking kick-ass secure
it's
about
not
everything,
that I'm
about
secure,
the way she
it's
looks.
that I know how to handle people.
No.
So I got in.
No, you know that you can twist men around your finger.
Always.
Guys always like Carrie Careva. She puts the little, remember?
I remember. The
she
belly
would wear
shirts.
the little belly shirt. She put pigtails. She'd be like,
Yeah.
And guys fucking loved
Loved her.
it. They loved it.
That's true. I did do all that.
You did all of that.
Tight
I
pants.
used to tell them they were all gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're so
Always.
full of
I
shit.
lied to all of them.
Adam, can you tell when women are lying to you?
Yeah, usually when I'm paying them.
Adam, that's so rude.
Kidding.
Kidding.
No, I have no idea.
Oh my God, it's true though. Always, we were out one night and she literally made some guy take off. We were walking down the stairs at a bar and she goes, "Hey," and the guy goes, "Yeah," and she goes, "Get over here," and he goes, "What?" And she goes, "Take off your jacket," and he goes, "What?" She goes, "Take off your jacket," and he goes, "Why?" And she goes, "I want to see what you got going on in there to back up that look you just gave me." And the guy takes off his jacket.
I don't remember.
Oh my God! And he hands it to the three of us would go out, and I'd just always be like, "You're embarrassing me. You're both embarrassing me. I don't even know what to do."
Now, just let's tell you who Debbie is. She's very corporate, very, she doesn't curse. She's
You
got
don't curse?
class.
I cursed a couple times. So
But you
I mean, I had to do something. Frank's on his way to murder me right now. I gotta.
but you're not like a truck driver.
No, I'm
and
not.
she's
I'm no Carrie Carabas.
she's definitely. It's almost like the two opposites. And I would say things to people, and she'd be like, "Did she just say?"
I'm very Midwestern.
You're from the Midwest?
Yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chicago.
We're learning so much about each other
Oh, my
today.
God.
Yeah.
I
So
can't-
yeah, I would literally was always like that, and I was like, I can't even believe you guys are doing that. And then Coppins is like, Perlman, come over here, feel his muscles. I'm like, I'm not feeling his muscles.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You were always out of your comfort zone.
Always. They always made
Carrie.
me completely uncomfortable, and they would love doing it. They'd be like, let's get Perlman to do that. And I'd
You
be
know
like,
what? Here's the thing about men. I got two daughters. One is very nice, and one is very sassy, and just says the rudest shit. That second one
I'm
is the
gonna
one
like her.
that guys always like are not that they're not attracted to my other daughter, but I mean that one could always. She would go, "Oh, I treat him like shit," and I go, "Well, why is he still coming around?" She goes, "Mom, they love that." I go, "What do you mean they love being
I
treated
used to
like
say
shit?"
that. I used
she
to
goes,
say
"They
to
love it."
boyfriends. I used to go, "You see this, Pinky? You're wrapped around it. You see it? You're wrapped around it. You're a sucker." And they'd still call.
But I'm getting my picture. We were taking our picture the other day because we it was for my birthday. I have to show. Look what Carrie bought me. A watch.
It's very nice.
And it has
Just
a
so she
price
can
on
get-
it. She spent a lot of fucking money
No,
on
it wa-
She thought she cut the tag off.
Well, she said she thought she
but
cut
the
the
price
tag.
is on the other side because she cannot see
I
the fucking
actually-
You should have
tag.
seen the price before she switched the price.
No, hold on.
I love my
When-
new watch.
When I
And my new- wait, my
cut
new
it
purse.
off,
Here's my new purse. Very nice. Thank you,
see,
Carrie.
I didn't know it was on this side. Otherwise, it's only 60, right? It says 60.
60, $59.99.
Right, but
I
then,
love
you
it.
know, I wanted you to think it was more than that.
Are you kidding me? $60 is a lot of fucking money.
It's not. I probably got it for 20% off.
Oh my God.
All right, but I forgot why what was I saying that it made me think
About wrapping
oh,
men.
No,
Wrapping.
so I was with thank you very much, though. So I'm with my daughter for the birthday dinner, and I'm taking the picture, and she comes next to me, and she cuddles up to me for the picture, and her boyfriend comes over to get in the picture. She goes, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Get the fuck out of the picture." She goes, "Stop trying to," she got on my family picture. I go, "Anna, let Sam be in the picture." She goes, "He'll be in them later. You and me now. Sam, get over there. You
Get lost.
She is so bossy.
I would
My
love her.
God.
But
you would
he-
totally love her.
He is the perfect guy for her because he thinks it's funny. Like he just looks at her and laughs. Like he just I go, "Sam," and he just laughs. He doesn't get
All
shit.
Sams have that attitude.
Oh yeah,
It's
wait.
true.
Yours
It's
is a Sam too. Sam is the most easygoing fuck.
Jack.
Who Dak?
Who?
Yes.
Who dat?
Yes. Yo, Carrie. Remember the night you, me, and Debbie were at the Friars Club? Yes. Debbie Perlman, I love you. That's from Hudak, Frankie
Oh,
Hudak.
that's nice.
Yeah. Do you know who he is?
Sure.
Yeah, of course I do.
Of course I do. Mm-hmm.
Who else? What else is there?
She should have shot him. I guess it takes forever.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
It's nice I'm getting hello. There's nothing from
Oh,
Frank.
he's
other
saying
Frank-
it was Ace Frehley. Well, it was one of the fucking guys.
Who's Ace Frehley?
the
Kiss.
Kiss.
It was one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
No, I
Oh,
think,
so it wasn't
I
Gene
think
Simmons?
Frankie Hudak is wrong. I think it was Gene Simmons. He has a big head with a lot of...
Yeah, with all
Yeah,
that
I thought it was
frizzy-
Gene Simmons too because I remember when you told the story.
Yeah, no,
Gene
I
Simmons.
think that he's wrong.
Frank, you're wrong.
Wait, you're Frank?
No.
Oh, that was a
good
different
Lord,
Frank.
no.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, that would be hilarious. He'd
If
be
you
like, I'm on
listen
my
to-
way to your apartment
Anyway,
with a
so
gun.
let's talk about my week.
I never said the N-word. That's what he'd be saying.
I did this.
You're a
'cause
fucking
he's a
liar.
cop. He's not
You're a
allowed to
fucking
say
liar. I went through your Facebook page again. Like I was a perp. He went through my Facebook page. That's why I had to
Did he
do
used
that
to
thing.
go through your shit as
All
a
my,
cop?
yeah. Yeah.
See, they
it was
can
scary.
pull up everything on you.
Yeah, it was scary.
Who
That
gives
is
a
scary.
shit?
Unnerving.
They don't want to anymore, Patty. I wish I had a guy like that.
Yeah.
Interested in anything I wanted to
Let
do.
me tell you, if you weren't married and you put it out there, they'd be there.
At this point, I just want someone who can hang shit, who maybe has some electrical and plumbing ability, because this house, like I was on Bumble. Do you know what Bumble is? It's
Yeah.
an app, right?
Yeah, my
So-
daughter used to be on that.
So I was out in Southampton on Bumble, and because I was bored, and some guy like connected with me, and he looked familiar. I was like, I think I kind of know this guy, so it's not scary to like communicate with him. And he was someone I'd seen around for a lot, and he was like really good looking. Like I'm like, this guy's so way out of my league. He must be just really bored on a Sunday.
I never
So-
trust when someone better looking
Yeah.
than me asks me.
Yeah.
out. It's like,
That's how
"What's
I
up?"
feel, too.
He's
I
either
only-
mentally ill or
right.
something.
Yeah, and I'm like that. I recognize rejection, but I never really recognize interest. So anyway, we're going back and forth, and he goes, what are you doing? Do you want to grab a drink? Are you going to drive back tonight? And I said, well, if you want to come by for a drink and like see my house, because I knew who he was. It wasn't like he was going to come over and murder me. And he goes like,
Oh, you were
well,
letting him in your house, though?
well, I knew who he was.
Oh,
I
okay.
knew we had
Still.
mutual friends.
All right.
And so he goes, well, what do I get? I said, I've got some heavy things I need to move around. If you don't mind, you want to come? I'm not
did
kidding.
not.
I'm not kidding, because I literally was like, I don't know how I'm going to get this shit in the house from my car. That's what I've turned into. I'm like, if you, so he goes, oh, well, what do I get? And I go, honestly, if you were like a plumber or electrician, I would answer the door with my top off. But to move things around, I'll have a drink with you, but nothing else is going to happen. And so he came over and he's like, you really don't expect me to move stuff around, do you? And I go, no, but I'm showing him around the house. And he's like, who would build something like this? That's really stupid. Oh, I hate what this is. I don't like that. And then he's like, so do you want to get, I go, are you kidding me? You
you
literally
just
are
emba-
making a move on me now? I don't want you to tell me my vagina has no curb appeal. Like, I don't think anything's going to happen here. You just criticized my whole fucking house. I just emptied
And I
my
think
bank
His
account.
house is the house is gorgeous.
I
Is
emptied
it?
my bank account.
Oh my
I asked
God.
you to move things. You didn't move things. You criticized everything, and now you're going to come and
Now
tell
you
me
want
yeah.
my ass. Get
yeah.
lost.
I literally,
Wu-Tang.
but I was just waiting for him to start criticizing my body parts. Like, who would put that there? That was ridiculous. You should really spackle this whole vagina.
You should just dye your vagina
Yeah, you should
hairs.
just spackle this whole thing. Maybe put a foyer or something here.
I hate a critical man. This is what's good about my fiance is that whenever I go, what do you think of this? What do you think of what I'm wearing? He
Well,
goes,
he's not stupid.
He goes, love it. I go, well, what's better, this one or this one? Love them both. Like, he knows he's never,
not dumb.
He never says,
He's not dumb. That's why he's not marrying you.
tell me the truth. Which looks better? Just give me an answer. He won't. Because, like, he knows.
He's smart.
He knows not to critique me because
Right.
that's the fucking end of it.
Well,
well,
he
you
could
know-
say this one's great, and I really love this one. I love them both, but I love this
could.
one more.
But he will not. He will not say
He's
that.
afraid. He's
Yeah.
because you're going to go. Why don't you love this one?
Exactly. And then
So
you
funny.
remember, and then he'll go, oh, blah, blah, and you go, yeah, but you didn't like that. He goes, no, you always bring it up.
Sure, you're right. You never forget.
You will bring it up
We're
forever.
Scorpios. We
Okay,
don't
so
forget.
Can I tell
That is
you
true.
my week?
Yes, please. What was your week?
Yes.
Friday night I did a show in Go Fuck Yourself, New Jersey.
Which part of Go Fuck Yourself, New Jersey?
It was like my GPS. Listen, never listen to your GPS. That's why you gotta do it your own way. It took me through Manhattan.
Oh, yeah, no. They
Holy shit!
Yeah.
2 hours to get from
Yeah,
one
it's-
tunnel to from the Midtown Tunnel to the Holland Tunnel. 2 fucking hours. It took me through 42nd Street.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not making the gig. I'm
Yeah.
not making it.
Yeah.
Then I get off and it takes me on Route 3, and I sat in traffic there.
Was in your mouth.
Do you use Waze?
You know what? No, I didn't. I used the stupid car GPS.
Don't
Anyway,
you ever
in
use a
any
car
event,
GPS?
I did that. I did that theater. The next night I had that acting thing where I pretended to
Was
be a
that good?
hooker.
Was that good money, the acting thing?
It was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't great, but you know what? I was like, you
It
know
would be
what?
so fun to be a hooker. In
It
a
would
play.
It was. That's why I did it,
I
and I
would
did it
love
for
to
a
do
friend,
that.
so it
And
wasn't.
it's interacting, right? You go to the people.
Yeah, and they're all old. They were all 80 and over.
so they love
So
it.
they,
Yeah, I bet
first
they
of all,
loved
this
you.
they loved me. This one woman was like, "You are the whole show." I'm like, but some of them didn't know that I wasn't really a hooker, which was very flattering.
I love that the old man was like, "Can I call
He
you?"
asked me for my number.
That
I
is
love
so
it.
crazy.
Mhm.
I gave it to him. I'm not an idiot. He was a dentist.
So what else did you do?
So now the whole night I was dancing in the high heels. That night I went home. I made food for 150 people for my father's memorial on Sunday. When I got home Sunday night, my feet were throbbing for 4 hours straight. Is that normal?
I will tell you. Okay, I will tell you. I have the exact same. When I did my flea market, I was on my feet for 12 hours that day. When I got home, like you know,
They
in
were
cartoons,
cramping.
you know,
My feet were
cartoons
cramping.
where
Yeah.
the legs go wee 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 like that. That's why I'm putting like ice on my feet. But when you're young, you can like spring back. You can be on your feet for 12
Yes.
hours. But now I'm like laying down like an invalid. Like it does. It affects.
I
me now. It does.
Googled it. My toes were cramping up. I Googled it. You know what it said I had?
What?
I had
Old lady feet?
high heel. I had a high heel hangover. My feet had a
Oh,
hangover.
you were in high
you were in
heels.
heels.
The
oh,
night
Carrie,
before,
no.
and then the day of the thing, I had to wear heels to
To be the prostitute.
No,
No,
that
to the
yes,
memorial, kind of-
to memorial. I had to wear like
Oh.
a shoe with a heel. So it said I had a high heel hangover.
I never heard of that expression.
I've never heard of
before.
that
It's
either.
on it.
I can't wear heels.
Google
though,
it.
anyway.
I will. I don't wear high heels
Yeah.
unless I, going on.
Unless she's
even-
laying down.
Let's run, honey.
Unless my legs are in the air.
Unless my knees are behind my ears. Wink, wink. Can you imagine? That is the grossest picture right now. Is me with my
Oh,
knees
do
behind
you know
my
that
ears.
I work with Judy Cianciato, and she, with Friday night, she laid on the floor in the comedy show, and she put her legs up, and the crowd was like, I'm like, she had them up for 20 minutes. I'm like, Judy, what the fuck?
What
is you
show did you?
Why
go-
did she do that?
Why-
For what,
It
what
was part of
purpose?
her
Part
act.
of her act. She strips in her act. She does all sorts of stuff. She was a stripper. She was on the show. She was
Isn't that? Well, she's the girl who filmed your whole wedding, right? Isn't that her?
You sat at the table with her. Oh, no, you were at the next table.
She had the camera in her eye the entire. She filmed your entire
Wait a
wedding.
minute.
I know, but
Judy
I never saw it. Probably had no
Cinciano?
film in it.
Why am I the only
It
one who
probably
wasn't
had no
invited
way-
to your wedding? That's the thing I want to know. Every girl comic has been to your wedding, but me, Carrie Carabas.
I don't know.
What
I'll come to
happened?
yours, though.
Okay, good. I'll invite
Hopefully.
You.
It
Yes, no, of course.
It was a great wedding.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a great wedding.
I was 7 months
She was
pregnant.
7 months
Oh, I
pregnant.
forgot that
I
you were.
had a
I remember the
torpedo
picture. I
stomach.
saw the picture on something somewhere.
Yeah, and the
my
priest
God.
was like, "You'll be fruitful and multiply," and everyone's like, "Yeah, that ship has sailed."
No,
Right.
when I went to the priest, I said to him,
I forgot you were pregnant like that when
In
you
like
got
a
married.
big white dress. Like,
I
not
remember
like,
you wore white
no, it was
too.
pink. It was pink. It was pink.
Blush.
My dress was pink.
Blush.
Yeah, it was blush.
Oh.
When I
You looked fabulous.
this part was all white. When I went to the priest, we sat
The
down.
tits
I
were
wasn't
virgins.
showing,
Yeah.
and I go to him, Father. But by the time the wedding comes, by the time the church comes, I'm going to be a little. We're going to have a baby. And he goes, "Oh, okay." I go, "No, I don't think you understand. I'm pregnant and very pregnant." He goes, "So what? I'll put a chair there." He goes, "If you get uncomfortable, you sit down." I go, "Can we speed up the ceremony?" Okay. That day of the wedding, remember, I had my mother and my father both like this. Both of
They
them like
walked you
this.
down.
And I'm walking down the aisle
Waddling.
with this stomach
Yeah.
this big. And I locked eyes with Cynthia Levin, and she busts out laughing. And then I start laughing, and the whole church is laughing. I'm laughing. Now, I'm laughing so hard, I can't stop laughing. Where I'm laughing, you know when you get that nervous laugh? And then all of a
Yes.
sudden you're like, oh, my God, to stop laughing. And you're laughing now even more. And I'm like, just thinking about the whole scenario, 40 years old, walking down the aisle, pregnant. And I couldn't stop laughing. And I just said, stop. You got to stop. And I couldn't even look at anybody because it was so fucking funny.
You did say that. You said, "I can't stop laughing."
I did.
Yeah, you
As
did.
I went down the aisle, I go, I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing.
Because literally the doors open and everyone's like, "Oh, the bride," and there was Carrie, like ginormously pregnant.
With my mother, my father.
It was like something out of a movie.
So you were a big pregnant. You weren't like one of the like my sister had a little
Giant.
belly. I
no,
was
she was
like
Giant.
pregnant.
I was Jabba the Hutt fat. You know.
No, it was more torpedo
Oh,
stomach.
the stomach.
The
Okay.
second one, I was Jabba the Hutt.
That-
But anyway, so I get whatever. We do go down the aisle, and it was just the whole thing.
And there
was-
were like 400 people. It wasn't like a little wedding with the pregnant girl. It was like a very big, elaborate, gorgeous. She was dressed up like in layers and tiers, and her hair was all up and everything. And then it was like literally out of a movie. It was wonderful.
No, so the first dress I picked, I
What do you
picked
mean the
it-
first dress?
I picked a beautiful Ole Cassini wedding dress, and it was beautiful. And then when I got it, in the size 22. I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this now. It's 2 weeks before my wedding. Or 3 weeks before my wedding. And I go, I don't want this. They go, well, you have to get this because there's nothing else you could order now. It's too late.
It fit you when you tried it on, though? It fit you?
No, but we had to figure out the stomach.
Right, and then just take everything in around it.
Oh, yeah.
So when she put it on me, it fit. It wasn't like there was anything being taken. I go, this is hard. I look like I'm wearing a fucking shower curtain. I'm not doing this.
Was it strapless?
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
So
good
then
Lord.
I go into this
It's not
one.
good. I'm
I go
pregnant.
into this one shop and I see this one dress. It was a size 8. I go, I want that dress. She goes, honey, I can't get you that dress in 3 weeks. I go, I want that one. She goes, it's a size 8. I go, here's what you're gonna do. It came with a big shawl. I go, you're gonna take the shawl, you're gonna separate it, and you're gonna put it down the middle. You're gonna open the seams and you're gonna put it down the middle. And she did it.
Are you
Wow.
shitting me? You wore a size 8 when you were pregnant? How
Right.
did it fit over your belly?
She opened.
She opened it all up on the
seams and
sides.
put the two. She put the. This,
And she was all belly.
And
She was just all belly.
She made 2 straps that went around and held it up.
Mm-hmm.
It was gorgeous when she was done with it. I mean, it kind of looked weird on the sides.
Yeah.
But I got my dress.
Yeah.
Really?
And you were, because you weren't big, you just were belly. Like
Was
you
all
were,
belly.
yeah, she was like Carrie, little, and then belly.
I see women like that. It pisses me off.
No, but then the second one, it wasn't like that.
Really?
My ass grew enormous.
My arms were like big blubber, like it was like,
Seriously?
oh, my arms were, and my face like around my neck.
It's weird because the baby's only 4 fucking pounds.
I know. Well, mine
How
was.
is that possible?
Mine
tell you
was
when-
8. Wait, what was mine? 8 and something.
My first kid was 8'1", and when I got on the scale right before I gave birth,
Yeah.
and then I get on the scale right after, and I was the same exact weight. And I looked at my husband. I go, I just fucking dropped an 8-pound fucking 1 ounce baby. What the fuck? Why am I the same weight? The doctor's like, oh, you'll see a difference. I'm like, I better see a difference. At least 8 pounds.
Oh,
It is the most disturbing thing. Like, you know, when you're young and guys will hit on you and you're used to your body and you wear your little shorts and then you have a baby and you don't think that I'm never going back there again to the shorts and the bikini
Right.
and the...
Or to wanting to show your fucking stretched out vagina to anyone.
Yeah, where you will just be naked. You'd be naked on a fucking in the summer. You know, you'd fuck outside. You know. No, it has to be like in the dark. But it just changes. It's so sad. Like what happened?
I never had a stomach. Now
But
I have
you
a beer
always
gut.
had rock hard
Yeah, you-
stomach.
Right,
Why is
right.
that?
I had I have a beer gut.
You, do
You
not.
don't have a beer
Beer
gut,
gut.
but you did have like a
You had
guy's
crazy
6-pack.
6-pack.
Like,
yeah.
but is that because did you starve yourself to have that?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, and
You
that's
didn't.
just
Because
you.
I remember I said, Carrie, I would kill to have arms like yours. And you're like, then go to the fucking gym. That's what you said to me.
Yeah, but I never went to the gym.
I know you did.
Remember when we were in Mykonos? Everyone was like, "Are you bodybuilder?" Bodybuilder. I'm like, "Yes, I'm a bodybuilder."
She looked like a bodybuilder.
Everyone thought I was a bodybuilder. I was-
Really?
Never went to the gym once.
No.
I used to go to the gym and I was all mushy, but then I went on steroids I went on steroids because I had what do you call endometriosis, and when I went on them, I was like as you know, my stomach was like yours, but my shoulders, I looked like a man. I mean, my tits went down to 0. I had to go off them. People were like, "What's going on with you? You look like." I remember
Now your husband was more turned on.
that was before I met him. But yeah, he would have liked that. But I mean, I was like V-shaped. I was a woman that was V-shaped
That's crazy.
for my endometriosis. Did I tell that? I think I did. And then that stuff came out. I told that
No,
story.
I don't.
Right?
I wasn't here for that. I
Oh,
missed that.
just
That wasn't. You didn't tell that story
it
in front of Jane.
splatted out.
Oh, how
Then that's what
awful.
made me get off it because it changes your everything, like what's coming out.
Wow.
You know what it is when you're up there and
This
you're,
is taking
you're,
a turn. What, someone make a comment.
You know what? I'll
Then I
tell
saw someone pop up. I'm
A
like,
vagina splat.
you, in closing on the vagina, when you first push the baby out,
Yeah.
and they pull the baby out, it felt like a snake flew out of me. But when you see this kid come out and it's this big,
Oh yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? How the fuck did that come out of me? Holy shit! Like, I freaked out when I saw it. I couldn't believe how big it was and how it came out of my body.
The head. And mine was 21 and a half inches long.
So was mine.
Was it? It's
this long and this big.
It's like you're.
And I'm like, it
it's,
fucking came out of me.
And you get traumatized down there.
Traumatized.
It traumatizes it. You can't
So
sit.
when can you have sex again? How long did it take?
Well, I was married, so at that point to a
Didn't
gay
really
man,
matter.
so we didn't have sex.
He didn't really care.
was-
Was he in the room and watched you give birth?
Yes, he helped. But we got in a big fight, I think, because he was calling the police station because he had left the car he hadn't paid any tickets for like fucking a year. And I said, you got to pay the tickets. He goes, no, we're going to find the car. And then of course they found it the day that we were going to the hospital. I had to get a cab.
Oh my God.
I had to.
So they lifted your car.
They took the car. They impounded the car. So as
Oh,
I'm
my
pushing
God.
and going, he's like, where's the car? I mean, I go, get the fuck off the phone and get over here and get this baby out of me. Like, we had the worst fight about it. But
So he was trying to get his car
he was
back.
trying to
while
get his
you-
car back
while the baby was
I'm going, you
popping,
should have fucking paid
crowning.
those tickets. Yes. I go, get over here. So he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. Whoa.
What does he give a shit?
He's like, oh, sorry. What's
but
across
I-
street on that impound garage?
I would definitely, if I could do it all over again, I would get a C-section.
But I don't think that
No.
that's better. I mean, because my sister had a C-section and the recovery time takes
You can't
forever.
walk. You
Yeah.
can't walk afterwards.
She was
Debbie.
a mess.
I couldn't sit or walk for fucking 3 months.
Well, that's unusual.
What were you, split from front to back?
Yeah, I had like
Do you have a small-
150,000 stitches.
You
do
did?
Do you have a small? I mean, it's a personal question.
Frame?
Vagina,
Crotch?
she's
Do you have a
asking
small
you.
I
crotch?
did.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Well,
been
let me
remodeled.
tell you, I got to tell you, the second baby that I gave birth to,
Mm-hmm.
she goes to me, I could stitch tighter, make it small. My husband's like, yeah. I go, no.
Why not?
You're like, I don't want to encourage this.
No, first of all,
I don't want to encourage reentry.
no. I don't want it. Every time you go in there, it's ripping.
Well, they
know
just
about
they
that.
put a stitch in mine. It doesn't even
It's
make
like a
difference.
husband tuck or something they call it.
Yeah, that
Husband,
is-
Yeah, she must have done that because it hurts.
Still?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Your kid's like 14 years old.
No, it hurts now because wait, have you been through menopause or no? Yeah, it hurts because of that. That's why it hurts. No hormones.
Well, yeah, but you got to
You need hormones
Right.
to have it not hurt.
So
it's
take
not
hormones.
Yeah, well,
what
then
I'm
you
not
get
taking
cancer. You
hormones.
get
Why?
cancer when you take
No,
them.
well,
I do the
If
tube.
you're a good candidate,
The tube. Do you do pills?
I do pills.
See, mine told me not to do because it's systemic.
It depends. It depends on who you are and your history and stuff like that.
Really?
But yeah, but I started taking those pills. I was like, life is beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Everything. It's like
Yeah, you're
never-
not depressed. You're not fucking miserable.
You can
You're not
sleep.
angry.
Oh, see, I don't sleep. I sleep like 4 hours.
Yeah,
I wake up.
Sweating.
You
like
can
an
sleep.
animal.
There's no more flashes. Everything is back in business.
Lubricated.
Yeah, and
Really?
you want to have sex again. Like all that stuff is like you're reawakened.
Really? Because I mean, I have to say the cream is fantastic, but that's just spot cream that they put in.
Sorry, Adam.
Sorry, Adam.
I think
I'm
we
sorry,
lost
we
all the
use
male
it with one of those like
listeners.
tampon tube things. You put
Yeah.
it up like that.
Yeah.
That makes a huge. It fluffs the inside, and it makes a huge difference. But it's not like it gives you your drive.
You
back.
know- you know
it
what
just
they
makes
have
it not
now?
hurt. So you want to do it because it doesn't hurt anymore.
They have. I'll tell you what that is.
What?
Because I asked my doctor.
what?
All the nerve endings in your walls
Yes.
are exposed, right?
Yes.
So when you go to have sex, it hurts because of the nerve endings. So my doctor now says there's a thing that they cauterize all those nerve endings.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a curling iron. You shove it up there and you cauterize everything.
That's
but
not
no,
true.
and then there's no pain ever again.
Yeah, but
I
then
don't think
you're-
Frank's listening
But
anymore.
then it's all the men have now
all the
left
men
the
have left the
podcast.
building. Yes. Adam's a little nauseous over there in the corner.
No, but if you
Adam
burn,
just threw up.
if you burn off your sensitive areas in your gynae, then how are you going to have orgasms?
I
You
have no
need
idea.
Your orgasm is not from. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you don't do it that way? Well,
I mean, I do it that way, but I could do it. It's a lot easier to
do it the other
another
way. But if you do it the other way, and then you have all your gynae nerve endings inside, then you do both ways.
No,
you
but
go
you're
in
not.
and you-
You're not. You're not. It's not. You can look it up.
Look it up. Someone Google this. I'm just saying that I hear what you're saying with the cream.
Yeah.
The pills make everything go back to how things were.
Well, my sister does the pills,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes testosterone because testosterone, she says, gives her a big sex drive. Do you take
I
testosterone?
take one pill. I don't know what's in it.
Oh,
I just
okay.
know that I sleep.
I don't. I have enough
I
testosterone
Yeah.
for 4
That's
men.
true. Carrie has a lot of testosterone.
You are a guy.
For 4 men.
Carrie.
You are more man than most men.
But before her voice changed, she didn't nearly have that much testosterone.
It's different without. Wait, I gotta ask Adam a quick question. Can they hear you even without a mic, or do you have a? Have you ever been with an older woman to have sex with?
Yeah.
And how was the vagina? Did you notice a difference?
Well, for him,
No,
older.
How old?
How old?
How old are you now? I mean,
Older
what
for
was
him
she,
maybe is
30?
40.
I'll say
Yeah.
this. I was 27. She was 48.
Okay,
She was
yeah.
48. Okay, so that would be a dry
No.
vagina.
that's
No, it wouldn't.
Not-
It depends.
Miss
no.
Robinson.
Nice.
No, it was not
That
yet.
was pre-menopause
Yeah.
then. 48.
I was well into my 50s before I started.
She picked up a 28-year-old. What?
How'd
was-
you know her?
how'd you meet
Get over here. Wait.
You met her in a bar. You met a skanky old whore in a bar.
Oh, that's too far away.
Move your
They
chair
can
up.
hear me. They can hear me. It's
They can hear you?
Yeah, we actually met. We were both sitting at a bar. We got started talking about comedy. She had produced.
The old I pick up the young kid by talking about comedy.
The weird thing, she had produced Mitch Hedberg's Be True Hollywood Story or something.
Oh my God.
I love Mitch.
And
Yeah.
because I'm from Minnesota, we had a lot of connections. We knew a lot of the same people. Yada yada yada.
And well, how did it go down? What?
Vagina nice and.
How did she get you to her apartment? Someone give me a piece of paper and a pencil.
Get me?
Yeah,
What
like
did she say?
Like, what did she say that didn't sound really like
Creepy.
cheesy?
Well,
Yeah,
she was
And creepy.
She was very attractive.
Yeah.
I didn't know how old she was.
yeah.
I thought she
Till she did the big reveal at the end. By the way, I'm 48.
Wait. Now she said. Who brought it up? Can we go back to your place?
How old?
No.
I got her number and then we went on a couple of dates.
Oh, I thought it was.
Bang her the first night.
Got it.
What a
Oh,
gentleman.
you're a gentleman.
Well, I didn't have the option.
Oh, she said if you buy. She said I'm not a whore. I want a date or two.
Lady, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a lady.
So then,
You pick her up at the bar. She's 48. You know she's older than you. And how did it become a date, though? You said, "Hey, can I get your number?"
Yeah, I got her number. We went. We had dinner.
she made the moves on you first because
Nah, it was mutual. I mean,
I went to a Cougar and Cubs event when I was 47.
You did not.
I did too.
Cougar and Cubs.
Cougar and Cubs.
And did you like anybody there?
I would love to go to that.
I did it because one of my friends wanted to go speed dating, and I was like, I don't want to do that. And she goes, No, we should totally do that. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll go to Cougar and Cubs because that sounds hilarious. And I think I was writing something at the time, and I was like, I'll go to Cougar and Cubs, and if I can get through that and that's fun, I'll go with you on this other fucking horrible thing.
Speed dating.
Yeah,
I
and
always wanted to do that. If I was still single, I would do speed dating. It seems
It's awful. I mean,
It is awful?
the Cougar and Cubs thing was actually really fun because I felt very empowered. Because at the time, I think I was like 47, and all the guys were like between like 25 and like 30, like 32.
Right up my alley.
But so and the woman right before me
Yeah.
kept crying.
Why?
Because she was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm just divorced. Right? So by the time they got to me, they were like, thank God. I was like, so tell me about how did it go at the next table? Like, I felt like I was on a talk show. So by the time they got to me, it was just like I was having a good time
And
with it.
did you go out with one of
So
them?
what happens at the end is you check off the names of the
Who you
guys that
like.
you like, and then they check off, and then they match you. And they called me and they said every guy wanted to go out with you.
Really?
And I think I went on 2
you don't look your age.
dates.
That's why.
I went on 2 dates. One
And?
guy made me pay for everything.
See, that's the fucking problem with
can't
you
afford
young
it.
men.
I paid for
I-
everything.
Well, I took him with me to the.
Okay, I like that.
the other one. I took him with me to the Soho House, which was like really stupid.
Oh,
Because
the
then I was
Soho
just
House.
embarrassed. Like then I was like I saw people I knew, and I was just like, no, that's not my
You're a
date. That's
member
my
of the
cousin.
Soho- You remember the
nephew.
Soho House? Holy shit!
But I'm putting it on hold.
Oh yeah, because that's a lot
I'm
of money.
freezing my membership.
So did you bang any of these?
No,
young guys?
I just can't. That's just not my. You know what? I think if I was more promiscuous, I would be much happier. I can't. I'm not kidding. You know, I can't. I've never. You know that about me. I've never been able to do that.
we do know that about
Yeah,
you.
and whenever I've tried to do that, I'm always like, so when are we? I can't just cut it clean. All of a sudden, I'm a psycho. Like, so when are we going out again? And now you're my boyfriend. Like, I can't. And I'm old. like I should be past that. I should just be okay with that now.
Okay, with wait. You're saying that you
I should
always
be-
say to them, I want you to be my boyfriend?
No,
Is that what
I'm
you're saying?
making a joke of it. I'm just not that good. I'm not very good at casual sex. It always like the last time I had a one night stand, it lasted 4 years. Like I'm just not. I'm just
I
not
hate
good with
casual
that.
sex. What's the point of it? It's like you don't even have good orgasms with it. It's like fuck
It's
that.
yeah, right. It's very it's unnerving, you know, and you feel like a freak, and then you're like, are you gonna like what's gonna
Are
happen?
you going to
now?
murder me now?
Yeah.
I always.
I think as you get older, you can't even fathom it. But when you're younger, you're like, when you're in your 20s and you're meeting hot young guys, you know, and you're dating. I mean, I've always had boyfriends for 4
Yeah,
years.
you've always had
7
boyfriends.
years, you know.
yeah.
But I
But
never have.
in between the boyfriends, I've had some fun.
Yeah,
Right.
but is it that I've always been sorry after, like, you know, you're like, ugh, what?
Now, one
Hate
night stands,
myself.
I'm talking about like
Boyfriends.
for like instead of 5 years, you do
A month.
3 months,
Yeah,
2
yeah,
months,
yeah,
a month.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
not good.
don't know. I'm always like, oh, I'm like not enjoying it because I feel like, I'm being a whore. I feel like a slut of it. Am I going to catch
Are
something?
you Catholic or something?
No, I'm Jewish. It's worse.
Oh, are Jews that way about sex? I only thought that was a Catholic thing.
No, I think a religion guilt comes with every religion. It depends who hit my mother. I don't know. It's really weird. I've never been able to do that, and I feel like I'm at an age now that I should just be freer.
Yeah, who cares? You know the way I feel like, you know, like when you're younger, you're like, oh, what is the guy going to think of me? And does he think I'm a whore? You know, but when you get older, it's like, you're going to die anyway. Who gives a shit what they think of you? You
But
know what
that's
I mean?
why younger guys are
Right.
an easy way to go because you at least feel a little more powerful. Like you feel like I don't really care. You know, like I don't care. Like, you know, right? You're like, whatever. You know, you're not going to be my boyfriend because you're,
Yeah, so that's easy.
you're
Wait,
30 years younger than me.
I have a quick question for Adam. Adam, when you had the 48-year-old woman, but come on, she doesn't look like a 20-year-old woman. When she takes all her clothes off, are you like,
No, she looked about, I would say, 35.
35. I'd say
what
35.
the fuck does that mean? She looked about 35. So she,
So
so she was a
specific.
little saggy.
Clothes on and off. No, she wasn't really saggy at all. Well, I mean, 30.
So when she walked around naked, you were like, oh, that looks good, even though she was 48.
Yeah, she looked really good.
You guys, honestly, I mean, I know
Interesting.
I've never had children, so like,
Oh, so you still look good.
my boobs are, I mean,
Perfect.
No, they're not perfect, but they're not. They're not
Droopy.
50-something-year-old. Yeah, boobs, because I never had kids. It does change things.
And
If
it
you've
didn't
never,
stretch out your stomach.
and my
and you-
vagina is not blown out.
Excuse me. Excuse
If
me,
we
bitch.
if we don't get Debbie a date after that tonight,
I mean, I think that says it all. I think the men should be lining up now. That my boobs are really
I
not
didn't blow out-
saggy, and
my
my
vagina's
vagina is
not blown
intact.
out. Mine is. I blew mine out twice.
And I'm sorry because that's actually straight from Carrie's act. I don't know why it came to my brain. I
Wait,
just
what's
stole
the-
Carrie. Carrie used to say her vagina was blown out in her act.
Blown out.
Yeah.
I blew it out twice.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm
maybe
stealing Carrie's act while we're sitting here.
maybe very Lynn Coplitz of you. Hello.
Say that out loud, God bless.
Okay, no, she's a good friend, but she did
She's a
do a
good
joke
friend.
very similar right before me. Anyway, what was I going to say? All right, so enough with Adam and your sex life. And now your girlfriend, she's younger than you or not younger than you?
Much younger,
So-
of course, because
See,
now
that's
he's older, and see, it's weird. It's like when they're young, they want the older bitch, right?
Yeah.
But when then they get older,
When you're
they're like, they
35,
want
now
the
you want
younger
the
bitch.
20-year-old.
I think he was just so traumatized by that 48-year-old that he was like, oh.
That was just circumstantial. I'm just.
How many times were you at the 48-year-old?
A lot. I don't know. I mean,
For a month?
We dated for like 3 months.
What was she fucking thinking? Was
She
she
was thinking
thinking
she
that you
was-
were going to marry her?
No, she was thinking she was having sex with a young hot guy.
She was like a cougar. She like.
Oh, so that's all she wanted.
So she didn't want to marry you.
No, because she already had a
I think
husband.
so. I doubt it.
She already had a husband, Adam. Let's be honest.
Did she?
She was divorced, but no kids.
Yeah, she just needed a little.
Yeah,
She needed a little palate cleanser, if you will.
Oh,
And you know, look at Adam. He's carefree. He's handsome.
Cute.
He's adorable.
Cute.
very
Yeah,
cute.
exactly.
Still looks young. Looks 20. Probably when he was 20, he looked 15. She probably loved
She
that.
probably was a pedophile.
Probably. I'm guessing yes.
I mean, just picking up a guy at a bar, that's kind of weird, right?
I don't find it weird.
Really?
Where are you going to pick him up? At a grocery store? That's fucking weird.
I got picked up at a grocery store, can I tell you? And I went on a date with this guy, and I didn't get a good enough look at him, evidently. Because when I went on a date,
Daddy, you're looking.
He
You
was
got
obese.
fluorescent. a fluorescent lighting.
No, she was looking at the pasta.
He was like standing. I don't know. Maybe the way the thing was it came up to the waist, and I was just like,
He
"What
was
the?"
a checkout guy.
I don't know how I didn't notice his big, fat, fucking everything about him. So we go on the date, and the whole date he's saying how much he hates his wife, what a bitch she is, and how she never fucks him. And it was the date.
So he was
She was
married?
married?
No, he was divorced.
she
He
never
just,
fucked him.
Yeah, she never fucked. And I couldn't wait to get away from this guy. If for the first date you don't talk about how horny you are and that women don't fuck you because it makes me think, I can see why they're not fucking you. Like that's a bad thing to put in my head.
I'm backing up to you let him follow to your car and smell your perfume. Like
Right there is something wrong.
I'm not. I'd be like, no, I don't think you can smell my perfume.
Or come to my car.
Or come to my car.
I
That
don't
sounds
know.
very dangerous.
He sort of had a cute face,
Patty.
though. I don't know.
Patty.
I was lonely. I was a single mother. It's like.
I understand.
Desperate. And I used to see him at the school after that, because his kids went to the same
Oh!
school. I would just pretend. I would like literally, I never do that, so rude, but I just pretended I didn't see him. Like I'd look, like I'd see him coming out, I'd be like, "Ugh," look down the other
That's
way.
exactly what I do with
Yeah,
that
but
guy
he
who came over to my house every time who wouldn't move my furniture. Every time I see him, I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm sure you're dating a 20-year-old model. I just got to get the fuck out of here.
That's like that movie Baby Boom where she goes to she has a breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
She buys the
I love
house
that
in
movie.
Vermont.
I love
Yes,
that
oh my
movie.
God,
The,
yes.
the boyfriend leaves her because she has the baby now, and she goes to Vermont, and she's at the doctor's office, and she's like, I haven't had sex in so long. And she's crying, and then all of a sudden, she's like, yeah, you understand, doctor? And she's thinking he's a regular doctor, but he's a vet.
Yeah, it was a funny movie.
Yeah. Sam
I
Shepard.
loved it. Sam Shepard
He
was
was
so
so hot in it.
sexy,
He was
right?
really sexy in
What
that
was
movie.
sexy? I think because he had fucked up teeth that
The
I was.
whole thing was sexy.
Because he's not that sexy, but in
No.
that movie he was sexy.
Let me tell you,
Well, not anymore.
I
No,
have
not
always.
anymore.
Well, he's dead now.
He's kind of dead.
Yeah, he's dead. But I always found him so sexy. I don't know why.
Yeah, he was very sexy.
He had like a not give a fuck Hollywood attitude. Like he.
But he was also, first of all, he wrote half the shit that's,
Yes.
he was a brilliant writer.
playwright,
Yes.
books.
He was a great actor.
But
He was just good.
I guess alcoholic because Jessica Lange did leave him because of alcohol and stuff. But that guy, you knew.
Where
it
do
was,
you draw the line?
It
now?
was positive. Fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Like why is he in a jail cell?
How did he die?
Liver failure. Yeah, right. They were probably like, too
But
old.
think
for-
about look, the other side of it is we've paid for him to be alive. Like taxpayer dollars
I know.
have paid for him to be alive all these years. But when you say things like, if you know it's absolutely true, that seems obvious, but then where do you draw the line? And we know it's
Because there are other
absolutely true.
people who are listen to wrongfully convicted.
They don't-
and they give them like a minimal amount of money, and it's just it like when they break it down, it comes out to some ridiculous amount per day that they've been in there, but their whole lives are over.
That's
but,
it. Yeah.
But I think that guy should be dead.
I know a guy that I know is a lawyer, does this whole exoneration thing and supports all these guys that are getting out and fights for money for them. It's a big
Yeah, the Innocence
deal.
Project. That's what it's
Yeah.
called, the Innocence Project. Okay. Can we do a couple other news stories, or we don't
What
want
about
to
this
do it?
Leah Dunham thing? Did you see that?
Where Lena Dunham, I don't really know what's going on with that, but there's a black girl who says Lena Dunham is racist. Is
Yeah,
that-
but it's hipster racist.
Yeah, that's what she says. Like, white people think they can use the N-word now and things like that. I don't know that Lena Dunham used the N-word, though. What is she talking about?
I was trying to read about it before I came here because it caught my eye, and then I was like, why is everyone mad at Leah Dunham?
People are so mean. Lena.
Is it Lena?
Lena?
I thought it was Leah. Is it Lena? Lena Dunham?
Is it Leah?
Lena.
Is
Lena,
it Lena?
It is Lena.
Lena Dunham.
People
I'm
are
maybe-
so fucking mean to her on
Yeah.
Twitter. You know why? Because I think this is why. She makes herself very vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
She talks about all her crazy issues, and people just are so fucking mean to her.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks my heart. Like, because, but I don't know what her, but she. But she was on every episode naked, and you are kind of going, well, why is she naked on every episode?
I found that disturbing too, particularly because her body is not one that.
But
she,
in a-
like,
Should be naked.
But in a way, I kind of admire. Like
Applaud
the first
that.
time I saw it, I was like, "Wow, I admire this girl. This girl is not a model and not
Yeah.
a size 2 in Hollywood. She's kind of chubby and fat, and her body's just all lumpy, bumpy. And she's like, here I am naked, motherfuckers. I don't care, and I'm the star of this show, and I'm going to be naked. So you get it, and it's funny. But like every episode, and she's walking around playing.
Oh, the ping pong. That was the one that
was
upset
so
me.
and the guy is like really hot.
I don't
like
watch
a really
any of
hot
this.
guy is not
Yeah.
going to be banging a chubby, plumpy, So it was very but I feel bad for her because I feel like she's put herself out there.
Yes.
I think she's very talented. I think she's a good writer. I think she's funny. I think she's a good actress. But I just, and she had told the story about telling her sister to, I don't know, she touched her sister, but she was like 5 and her sister was 2, and people are like, you're a child molester. It's like, no, you're not. You're playing doctor with your sister. You know?
You're a child molester when you're 35 and that kid is 2.
That's
not when you're
exactly.
5 and 2.
Or
Because you're
14.
still a child.
But they're really fucking mean to her. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, and this was like she was defending someone on her writing staff and someone that was involved in the show.
Oh, that's right.
And then
And
it
because
turned
they had
into-
accused someone of sexually harassing or assaulting them, I'm not sure, and she defended them.
Right, and then she said something about. I think she said something about how like there's too many things. It's ballooned into something that isn't fair, and that the timing was just wrong, But then this whole thing about her being a hipster racist. That's what threw me because I was like, now where did that come
That's
from?
a
But
kooky
they always
thing.
throw that racist bullshit
Always.
out every fucking second of the day. It's like, give me a break.
Well,
Some
people are
Some people
racist,
are
let's be
racist.
honest.
No, but you can't throw it at everybody for
No.
everything.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's a constant. Oh, racist. He's racist. Had nothing, showed signs of racism. You're talking about something. They just throw it out there.
What about with Sarah Silverman saying that she loved Louis C.K.? What do you think about that? Like she goes, can you say? Can you still? She kind of throws the question out. Like she.
Well, she was fucking
she
him for a
taped
while.
it. Was she?
Yeah, I think in the early days of.
I didn't think it was Louis. I didn't think Louis. She dated a lot of different comics, but I don't
I'm
remember her
pretty
ever
sure.
dating him.
I'm pretty sure she was seeing Louis C.K.
I don't remember
She's
her
all-
ever
was
dating
friends
him.
with all the guys
Yeah,
that
she was
she
friends
was-
with those guys.
She was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of guys back in the day.
Yes.
The comics. Like,
Yes.
Well, they all like loved her. I mean,
They all
those guys
loved her,
She
but
was
I think she
beautiful.
was dating a couple of them. And I
She
think
was, but
was
I don't
dating-
feel like Louis was one of them.
He was
Yeah.
one of them.
Okay.
I
All right, you
could've-
would know. You were around then, but I don't
Yeah.
remember.
So she
I'm
said.
not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I heard.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm finding that like with all this sexual harassment stuff, and like Apatow, what's his first name? Judd Apatow. He was all against what's his name, Bill Cosby, and this is terrible. And he would keep posts about. But then when it's one of their own, like he interviewed Louis C.K. for his book.
But
He-
there's
he,
a
like,
difference.
then all
Bill
of a
Cosby
sudden-
did and what
Are
Louis
two
are
completely
two
different things.
The same way that what Judge
Yes.
Roy Moore did and what Al Franken did are two completely
I
different
agree.
things. And the challenge is that all this is now getting lumped into one.
It can't
and
get
that's
lumped
what's
into
frightening,
one.
You know,
I
And,
agree.
you
I
know,
think the Al Franken thing is creepy and weird, but he's not a rapist.
No, he's not a rapist, and he's
And
not
he's-
a sexual offender. I mean, he just did some stupid shit because he
That he
did some
thought was
stupid
funny.
shit. Thought it was funny.
Yeah.
and he didn't. I don't think he knew he was going to run for Senate at
No,
the
I don't
time.
think he did either. And he said he remembers. She said he got the kiss down the back of the neck and his, the tongue down the throat. And he said, I remember that part differently. He can't remember the other part differently because there's a fucking picture. When there's a picture, you
hold
can't
on a
deny
But he
it.
wrote a
second.
sketch
Hold
that they
on
were
a
going to
second.
kiss. He
Yeah.
just kissed. It's not like he pushed her down and threw her down and kissed her. He wrote a sketch and then he took advantage of the sketch.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy, but it's not. It's not a felony.
Yeah.
like
But do you,
sleeping with a
they go, well,
14-year-old.
should he step down? And people were going, he should step down. And then Trump comes out against him, which is
yeah.
hilarious because he's
No,
the
but
king of grabbing pussies.
But Al Franken was it doesn't matter. It was
He said, "Let's have
100
an
years
ethics."
ago.
And he said, "Let's have an ethics."
But hold on.
Yeah, he was like, go
Hold
ahead,
on.
investigate
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
But they had. If I'm in the room talking to you about some guy's dick,
Yeah.
okay, and you're taping me, and in 5 years, 30 years from now, I'm president. You're gonna pull that tape out and sell it to
You're right.
somebody.
You are in trouble, Carrie, because you've
But
talked
here's the
about a lot of
difference.
dick.
I
Here's
did.
the
But wait,
difference.
no, wait.
Okay, go
There's
ahead.
no fucking
No,
difference.
I'll tell you the difference.
So he's sitting there saying, "I grab her by her pussy." He's talking disgusting male talk, and all fucking guys talk disgusting to each other. But whatever, that guy was taping him. Al Franken did the same fucking thing.
No,
I
here's the difference.
disagree with you.
Here's the difference. Trump has 15 different accusers. It's not about him talking about grabbing a pussy. There was a woman on a plane where he grabbed her tits while she was on the flight. There are sexual harassments and sexual unwanted touching, sexual unwanted kissing, him walking into a room with a teenage girl at the Miss
Beauty
America,
pageant, yeah.
at the beauty pageant. I
Yeah.
mean, these are creepy things that are actual physical
Offenses.
I don't know if you call them assaults or whatever.
Yeah.
But and his wife also accused him of rape, like I said. So I mean, it's not
I
that he
accuse my
just
husband of that every time.
no, but it's not that he said I grabbed
Right.
a pussy. There were 15 women, and if those women, if they ever really go after that, we'll see what happens. But like they've given this guy a pass for some reason, and I don't understand it.
They've given him
Why?
a pass on everything.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
A
the
lot
other
of
part
people have
too, there
gotten
is a very
passes.
big. There's a difference between consensual and non-consensual, and I
Yeah.
think that line gets blurred with powerful men. You know, and he's a powerful man, and it was not consensual, and he thought everyone wanted to fuck him, so he's like, I'm sure she's okay with this. I mean, you know, there's a very big difference between Al Franken. Hoping that this model was going to be attracted to him and he never touched her in those pictures.
You know, when I looked at the picture and I made it go up, it did look like his fingers were on her.
Really?
It didn't look far away. If you look at the picture
Yeah.
and you make it bigger, because they say that it's like he's pretending to grab
Mm-hmm.
her tit. But to me, it looked like a touch on the tit,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. But you know, you're not seeing it from the side. Whatever. But I mean,
it's just now everything is starting to get bubbling up in a way that, and I think it's just because people are so frustrated that of what's happening with the president. I mean, I feel like this thing is all bubbled up from what started with the president, that there was never accountability, and there's no accountability for the truth, and there's no accountability for behavior, and now it's starting to seep into other things. It felt like the Harvey Weinstein thing was a direct impact from what happened with pussy grabbing and all these women wanting to say that there was issues and none of it ever being addressed.
and then that other
Now
guy
it turned to powerful men.
from what's that show? Trans something. Jeffrey Tam. You know who
Yes,
I'm talking?
yes.
Tamberlin. Whatever.
Tamar, I think.
Okay, so he's also accused by two women on his show, and he says, I am walking away from this. I'm sorry if I offended anybody in any way. He goes, but I never would do anything like this, and I won't put up with working here if this is the way I'm treated. It's a politicized environment, and I'm leaving. Here's the way I feel, though. If I was innocent, right, why would I walk away? Like, I'm not saying he's not innocent, but I'm just saying for me, if I was on a show and they're accusing me of these things, I'd be like, no, motherfucker, you're not getting me out of here because I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand him walking away.
But it's hard to if women start teaming up against you. If we all three of us said he grabbed us,
No one would believe
Adam.
that. No one would believe that.
well, let's say we were in our 20s. He gets famous. We're at a party one night. No one will believe him. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got no leg to stand on.
Well, there's two things that frighten me about this because I think every woman should be heard and I think no one should be harassed. But I think the two things that scare me are in this politicized environment, somebody could gang up against a good man and take him down. And if there's just an automatic, this happened without any sort of proof or any sort of corroboration on that story, or somebody like this woman when she was 14, or a different woman with Ray Moore, she told
Ray Moore.
she told a colleague like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So there are people that sort of have witness to this. If women, to your point, just start ganging up against high-level political figures, Senate seats that they want back, et cetera, that's a problem. The other thing that concerns me as being a woman that's like been working in a business and corporate environment for a long time, men won't want to hire women. Because you work in an environment where in certain industries are kind of a boys' club, and all of a sudden they don't want you around because they can't be themselves because they're worried about lawsuits, worried about the
But that's the way it's
ramifications.
always been. I feel like we don't have to worry about that in future. I feel like that is the way it is. I feel like if a guy has a choice between hiring a woman and man, that they do want to be with another guy. It's easier, you know. You don't have to. I think it's already like that.
Well, I've also been in high level meetings where they forget I'm a woman and say let's hire a woman because we can pay her less, and they
They
work harder.
say that in front of you?
It was many years ago, and I worked for a privately held company that like two guys owned.
Give us a name.
And
Give us a name.
literally like it was years ago, and I was in the room with them, and they were from another country, whatever, they had different
yeah.
points of view, and they were like, we should just hire a couple more women. I mean, they work so much harder and we don't have to pay them as much. I go, hey guys, I know you kind of forget all the time, but I'm a woman. Don't ever say that in front of me. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
But it is definitely true. I mean, women get paid less in almost every field.
Absolutely.
And comedy,
That's
too.
why I don't work for the fucking douchebags at Bananas Comedy Club.
Okay. You know I'm friends with them.
Harlan and
We're
Arlene.
offending everyone on the show with
It's
everyone
true.
else's friends.
We're like, don't say anything bad about Lynn. You're like, don't say anything bad about Harlan.
So With that
No, we
said,
just had a similar joke on the same show.
We-
I'm not saying anything
With
bad
that-
about her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. But I will tell you, Bananas is closing. You
Thank
know that.
God.
They closed.
Good.
They were always very nice to
They
me.
were very nice
They
to
were
you.
douchebags to me.
They didn't give you the right amount of money.
I got them the gig.
I know. They should have given you the right amount of money, definitely.
The lady goes to me. She goes, "We wanted you so bad. We called them to get you."
You
And
have
then
to
he
say
threw
to
a
them,
show together.
and you have to say to them, you didn't give me the right amount of money. I got you the
I
gig.
did.
You need to give me another
I
$100.
did. You know what his answer was?
What?
I didn't think you were going to do good in that crowd.
Say, well, I did, and now I want the 100. That's what you say.
No, then I was over. I was
right.
I don't want his stupid fucking 100. I piss on his stupid 100. but he had to know what a douchebag he was, and I let him know, and I let his wife know, and I let them
boy.
both know that they
Oh,
were
boy.
douchebags.
Woo, okay. I am
I'm good
friends
with
them.
this. You're douchebags. That's what. That's
They
how
are.
you did it. Okay.
They can call me. I'm at the strip. I'll give you my number.
I'm friends with them. I'm just thinking.
If
that's
they ask
everything.
for my number, they could give them my number so they can apologize to me.
You know what I love about you? You don't let it go. And that's how I am too. I will remember wrongs done to me from 20 fucking years ago. I remember what I'm wearing. I remember what they said, and I will never fucking forgive them.
Me too. I'm the same way. I am a really good friend and a really bad enemy.
I can't.
right.
I can't wait to run into. I have a couple of people I'm waiting to run into, and I'm going to tell them to fuck off. All right.
All right, so we're good now.
So we're good now on our evil.
Oh my God!
What?
I'm getting there are a lot of people that have tuned in. That
What did they
probably
say?
haven't.
Any comments we need to answer?
Let's see.
You see
love
any
the
comments
video
on
you're
there?
tagged
Look on
in.
my.
Well, we're
How
back
do I
on
do that?
Patty's now because we're back on. That's my
Oh yeah.
Great.
Carrie
Okay, well,
tagged me.
anyway,
Any
I'm just getting
comments
likes,
quickly?
no comments. I don't
No.
think I'm getting,
Okay,
yeah.
it's bad comments.
No, I'm
people
getting
are
likes,
Just,
no.
just replying to what you're talking
All right, fine.
okay. All right.
about. How they hate guys.
We don't hate
We
guys.
don't hate guys. I love guys.
We like
actually love men.
30-year-old guys.
No, I love my fiance.
Oh, stop it.
My fiance.
Anywho, I got to go get my kids from karate. And
All right, good.
if I don't leave now, they're going to
All
be
right,
fucking
I'm
stranded.
gonna let you go. Anything you'd want to plug or anything?
I'm going to be at the Bolton Center the Friday night or
It's Thanksgiving. What are you talking about?
after Thanksgiving. The day after.
Are you making
Really?
dinner?
Yeah, the Friday night after the Bolton Center. I'm
You
there.
don't take off.
Come on, Patty. I need money.
All right.
I will be at the unemployment office on Friday.
I'm going to set you up with my daughter's company. My daughter's a receptionist there. But yes. All right.
It's a
And I
connection to
took off
connection.
this weekend.
Don't you?
Good for you.
Didn't you say one of your daughters
Yeah,
is a headhunter?
she works at a company, a headhunter that does fashion, high level fashion gigs.
You should exchange information.
And we're going to.
All right, it was great. You guys have to subscribe to our page.
Please subscribe because that's the only way we could ever get an advertiser in this lifetime before we die.
And click on everybody else is watching
Okay.
your page or
Okay.
her page. So
Okay.
click on Chick Chat. Like Chick
You
Chat
got to
on
like our
Facebook.
Chick Chat page
Like
on,
our Chick Chat page
Yeah.
on
live.
Facebook.
On Facebook so we can broadcast to that.
Yes.
Oh, that's where we should be broadcasting from our Chick Chat page. That would be
Likes.
better.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank
So
you.
like our Chick Chat page.
Yeah.
Then we're going to start doing it from the Chick Chat page. And then you don't have to go, how do you spell Carrie Garavis? How do you spell Patty Rossborough? It's just Chick Chat Comedy. And then we'll be putting it there. All right.
Chick Chat cunts.
And I'm going to change my Twitter handle so it's not so dorky.
What's your Twitter
I
handle?
can't even remember anymore.
right,
Adam's
that's-
going to change it for me.
Adam Hineker. What's the name of your company?
Oh, the rec room.
The Rec Room. I should know that by now.
RecRoomNY.com.
RecRoomNY.com. He does every fucking podcast
He
in
does
New York.
every 48-year-old from here to California.
Cub
He will
chat.
do your podcast and then you. If you're
That's right.
If,
If
you're,
you're
old
If you're old and tight.
and tight and still lubricate, Adam is your man. All right, we got to go, right?
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Love you all. Subscribe. Bye.
Bye.